Hello, everyone. I will keep you with Lynn to lead everything here in this
Okay,
meeting.
wonderful.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
so the first thing I want to say is that I'm very, very glad to have everybody here with me. We're waiting for everybody to come in. Well, we came just to alleviate your thoughts and your minds. I'm going to start with something a little personal, even though personal is not necessarily what we have to do. We just came from the radiology center, and Tofik had his first test, and he will be having additional tests on Monday. And then probably by next Wednesday, we'll know a little more. So we're absolutely relieved to be here. And we're just glad to get today over with. It was a long, long test. It took an hour and a half. And we're both very exhausted, but I wanted to do this meeting. We have Gordon is here.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so we have no results yet, but okay. Hello, Mr. Tapper. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Gordon. Hello, Kavita.
Okay, there are more people coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leah and Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, hi, everyone.
Speakers on.
Hi,
Let's
sir.
go.
Hi, Kavita.
Okay.
He's crazy. This lady is crazy. This
Okay.
lady. Go ahead.
Well, we're gonna have lots of people.
Okay, I'm
here.
going there
Okay,
to
right, so
manage
he's not on
everything.
top
Go
of me.
ahead.
Okay. Just remember the mute when when he comes. What we're going to do is we have lots of stuff. We have some. I am very happy to announce that we have Najed is here. I'm very pleased to announce the fact that we now have Lynn's Kids Kenya. Give it up for Kenya. Every day somebody else asks me, can I join? And I say, woohoo! There goes somebody else. So we're in good shape here. We're waiting for Vinud. He had just finished a meeting. He'll be here in a minute or two. And I never start without my mentor. So he'll be here. And we have a few other people coming. And
hello, can you hear me?
hi, honey.
Yes,
Here's Sakina.
sure.
Hi, Najed. Hi, Sakina. Hi, Gordon. And hi, Kavita. And there'll be more people.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm installing it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So today is going to be a very quick day. And what I'm going to, there's, hi, Suki. Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom, how are you?
I'm good. I see
Hi,
that.
how are you? How is everything?
Everything is, well, we don't know how anything is, sweetheart, because right now we're waiting for test results. But the one thing I love about LK, and for anybody who doesn't know, is that LK it's not just people getting together to try to make themselves look good. We are a family. When one of us is sick, everybody else rallies around, and that's what I love. And I'm very proud to announce that my daughter Sukaina has met a wonderful man who I'm rooting in.
Hey,
And
stop.
I can do anything I want to do because I'm mom. And we're like rooting for Sukaina. So let's say a little prayer to bring this guy down. It sounds to me like he's very promising before the other people come. Leah. And I'm just gonna give it a. So I have Sukaina here, and I have Kavita here, and Shirley should be here in a minute. We have to get Shirley.
Yes,
Shirley and Leo.
everyone is here.
Oh, Vinod is here. That's wonderful.
Okay, can I fix it?
I'll do it. I like to do this.
Okay, go ahead. Your take.
I got the power. Okay. And what I want to do. Well, that's wonderful. Hi, Vinod.
I didn't.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to just talk a little bit. We have somebody new. We have I think her name is Brenda, and she's coming from Kenya. We have Lynn's Kids Kenya now. Give it up for Kenya. Woohoo! And we're not stopping at that. Whoever wants to join us, who has the grace to join us, we say, come on down, because we can only, we're great in the, my mentor taught me something.
I use
And I
your
remember-
brain,
okay.
Nakua. She's there.
Good, excellent.
Okay.
Brenda's here?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can I have it so I can see people?
Sure.
Okay. Well, first I want to, before we do anything else, I want to explain the beauty of Lynn's Kids, and I want to welcome Brenda, a friend of Duncan. I know Vinu knows who Duncan is. I want to welcome our new sister, and this is Brenda, and we have different countries represented. We have over Kavita from Trinidad Tobago. We have Sukaina from Morocco was at this meeting. Some people couldn't attend, but we have mostly everybody. Vinud from India, he's my mentor. And we're in very good shape, and we're so pleased to have you with us. I'm going to start off in it because we have enough people here to start. I would like you to
Not yet, please.
No, I'm starting with
I
saving
beg you,
souls.
I beg you. There were a lot
Saving
of people who
I know
will
they're
join.
coming, but I can start talking and they can listen to on the tape.
Okay.
Okay, Saving Souls Women's Network. I want to start with that because somehow I feel like Vinod and some of the men that and RB is going to be part of our group too. I don't know if he'll be here today, but he's definitely part of the kids.
I
But
go
I
then.
don't want people to feel that if because it says Saving Souls Women's Network that it's only for women. What we do, and I'm explaining this because of my friend Brenda from Kenya, who's brand new here, so excited to see you, and who wanted to know about saving souls. I'm going to explain the passion of saving souls. And since I get very tired of hearing myself talk, I'm just going to say a few things and then I'm going to turn it over to some of my favorite people from Saving Souls. Saving souls is not only about saving women and children. It's about we get together once a month online. Really and truthfully, we get together every Monday. We have what we call a women's studies group. And what we have with that women's studies group is we talk about our problems, we talk about our solutions, and for the last month, we've been covering one of my favorite subjects, which is dark. We talk about women and darkness. And we've had some wonderful speakers. Just try to get the intro. Had Shirley spoke from California, and I spoke from here, and we all talked about tough times that we go through as women. I hate to say, it, guys, most of them had to do with men, but that's okay. That's not what we're about. We are going to orchestrate something, but first I want Brenda and Gordon to hear all about. And Gordon about Saving Souls Women's Network. So I'm going to ask my dear friend, my daughter, who's going to say to me, "Mom, why'd you call on me?" Sukaina from Morocco. You don't give me that small, Sukaina, because you knew I was going to call on you. I'm going to ask Sukaina to tell you a little bit about Saving Souls Women. I don't want it to only come from me. Hit it, Sukaina.
Well, what can I say? I was not prepared to talk about saving souls because it's, when you actually want to like choose words to talk about something beautiful that is for women and by women, you cannot really find the appropriate words to describe what we're doing. I mean, we are women who have seen a lot of things in our lives, and maybe we wrote about our own experiences, and they were very diverse. Some of them were dark, some of them were light when it comes to pain, sufferings, experiences, love, separation. But I'm very sure that when women all around the world would read our articles and our short stories, they would definitely relate because we're not just writing about us. I still remember that I went into like a journey of my own when I visited like remote villages in Morocco, when I've started writing stories, different stories of women, and they were very shy to share their part, you know, like when I would ask them about their dreams and ambitions, they would shy away, thinking that it is maybe forbidden to talk about their dreams and ambitions. And they shy away also from talking about the suffering and pain. And I had to make them feel that I'm a trusty person, that they can trust me with whatever they are going to say. And I told them that like we all go through the same experiences. Maybe we are like from different places, I mean different tongues and different races, but still it's the same experience. And that's exactly, I still remember, like we wrote, me and my mom, the book, like my journey toward darkness. because what I've seen in those villages, the pain that those women suffered from, it was, it was a real darkness in the 21st century. And I have never thought I would actually hear about those stories. And when I wrote, I still remember that I wrote, and there is only one word, like one thought in my mind, that this needs to be heard. This call of women needs to go there, like just on the internet, and let people read about them, let people know what other women, other people are suffering from. Let us just feel that we are not alone in this world. And that's exactly like the purpose of, saving souls. And that's the purpose of us writing, because it is not just writing, it is also our weapon, and it is our call to say enough when we need to say enough. So the weapon of writing is one of many, to express our thoughts freely and share our experiences, and maybe, just maybe, be the torch of hope for the hopeless.
Okay, wonderful. Now, there are a bit, I want to talk a little bit, hi, Georgie. I want Kavita to speak a little bit about, what Saving Souls meant to you. When you first came to, Sophie, when you first came to Saving Souls, you were very, very quiet. And then you branched into a beautiful flower. And she was actually, 2 weeks ago, she was actually able to tell her story. It made me so proud.
So
So,
can you do me a favor? My plug is
your plug is down? Okay. Don't worry. Tofik will take care of it.
Okay, I will take care of.
Okay. So let's listen to Kavita, who was talking a little bit about Saving Souls Women's Network and how it made her feel. She came in like a quiet little.
What's
Okay,
Kavita? I will unmute everyone. Go ahead, Kavita.
crying.
Hi everyone.
Go ahead.
Hi. So when Lynn asked me to join, I was very happy to be part of this network because I've been watching, all the movements for a while, and I was very impressed with how they look out for other women and the support that they give each other. And that's what it means to me. It was such when I told the story about my dad and his depression, I didn't know at the time that I needed to get that out, especially now that I'm grieving for him. Today is the 12th. Today is exactly 2 months since he passed away in the hospital from COVID. And it's hard because Wednesday is his birthday on the 16th. And it's a difficult time for us. And just knowing that I have people out there that may not be the same experience, but have experienced loss. I think all of us have experienced loss in some way. And it's good to know that I have the support of people out there and that I could be part of their group and help other people, whether it be women or my patients, help them, find, something a little better, or to come out of the darkness that you tend to go into when you're alone. You know that you always have somebody there to listen to you, and it's the support that means, especially right now at this point in time in my life, that's what I need. And
We're a family.
to express myself, which I have tended not to do. I just tend to work and and to distract myself. And I like being able to write and have it be appreciated by people. It means a lot, and it helps me feel better as well. So that's what it means to me.
And another thing, for Gordon and Brenda, another thing about, and for George too, the Saving Souls Women's Network, we write a book. Sometimes it's for a month, sometimes it takes a little longer. But the last book that we wrote, we've written so many different books, And right now we're writing dances of the dance of the sexes, which is the difference between women and men and how they approach each other. That Luki, I think you didn't give me something for that book, and it's going to be going out very soon. And we've written books about being a mother, all kinds of problems that women face, but men can take a part of it. I learned a lot from my mentor, Vinod Badhanka, in his dealings with women and how he works with the women of Sangroon, which is an Indian thing. So right now, since I'm starting off with Saving Souls, I would like Vinod to tell them a little bit about what you did with the women of India. I always put you on the spot, Vinod. I love you.
Yeah,
Go ahead, brother Sivinud.
thank you. Thank you, C. Tofi and Lynn. Just a couple of examples because Lynn has asked me to speak about Sangrun. It's a village with 250 homes,
Wow.
250 families,
Yeah.
and they have what we call as women's self-help groups.
Wow.
These
Good.
can vary from a group of 20 rural women, villagers,
Yeah. Yeah.
from 20 to 100. So when I went to this village to speak about the issues of pollution, out of the 250 families, 100 women were already joined together to create some kind of cottage industry for their own livelihood so that they can earn on their own.
Wow.
When we spoke to them about the fact that that's a fisherman's village and the pollution is coming into the water supply for a city which is downstream. Within 6 months, every single home, because of the lead taken by the women, they were keeping their plastic aside. Not only that, they had purchased electronic scales to weigh the amount of plastic that every house is throwing out. So that if one housewife can say that in such and such a year, the average plastic I threw out of my home or gave for recycling is 700 grams or 1 kilo. Now this year I have reduced my habit of buying plastic as packaging, and look, now we are throwing less. Now that's a very highly sophisticated way of looking at
Yeah.
one single issue like plastic. This is one. Of course, this village then got the equivalent of, in Indian rupees, we say 1 million rupees. They got as an award from the government, and they are called as a smart village now. As an example, there's another village now 20 times the size that we have caught hold of. And there too, we find that the women are the ones empowering. I want to speak about one more way in which the women are helping us during the COVID times.
I want to hear
See,
that.
we had a lockdown in India from the 12th of March, and it still goes on. I'm speaking in the context of schools that we work with. In Indian schools, 99% of the teachers are women. And so the 200,000 children with whom we work, the women are making sure that our Sagar Mitra program is successful. Now, because of the COVID lockdown, what the women decided that they will approach the housing societies. Now, housing societies is an apartment complex, anywhere between 20 families to up to 2,000 families also in my city, which can be in a gated society, which is even called as an urban village. So I am glad to say that this year, because of the women who represent us in these housing societies, we have far exceeded the target, which is our non-COVID target, which we started with in the beginning of the year. We said 80 tons of plastic we'll collect. In just one ward, we have collected 80 tons now.
Wow.
So this is something so fascinating for us. And encouraged by this, I will just end in 2 minutes now. Encouraged by this, some 5 women have got together, and they say independently they will collect 100 housing societies. And for the coming year, 2021, they have themselves taken a target of 100 apartment complexes and 40 tons of plastic. So we are going great guns over here, and all because the women are with us. Just with your permission, one more very significant part. My wife is a principal in a school. My wife, her name is Gitanjali Budankar. And this year we started something new about 6 weeks back. We called in 105 students from the 8th grade. And we initiated them into what we call as global citizenship. So it is a concept that we are beyond religion and nation while practicing our nation and while practicing our religion, nevertheless.
Wow, sure.
We do owe a loyalty to the whole planet. And then these children have been taken through a 1 hour program where they realize that we cannot now have any borders on our planet. So we have started this for 8th standard children, and we hope to create this as an initiation into global citizenship.
And this is all part of Saving Souls Women's Network. So Brenda now knows and Gordon knows. Saving Souls Women's Network is not only about women, because if you help the woman, you're helping the children. And if you help the children and you help the women, you're also helping the men. So Saving Souls Women's Network to me, and I love Lynn's kids, but nothing is my passion more than nothing has my passion more than Saving Souls Women's Network. And
Lynn,
introduce an important part of my life to you, and you don't know him. And George, are you there, honey?
Lynn, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Yes, sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Actually, the word soul that you used, I did not mention it at all during my talk. And what I want to say is when we interpret the word soul, we think of a word in my language which is called as ekrupata. It means oneness.
Wow.
So every time we do this work, we actually, all our talk is very deeply emotional. And we, for instance, when we say to the children that we save the fish and the birds, we say, think of them as babies inside your own home. And
Wow.
the way my soul will connect with a baby in my house. So
Okay.
if a fish gets a piece of plastic stuck in the throat, I have to think of the fish as a human baby. And that ensures that our soul connects easier with those creatures. I just wanted to use the word soul to say what it means to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, in our network, we've been writing books. And what I have to say is I'm very, very proud of Saving Souls Women's Network. And Brenda, we will have you come to our next meeting if you can make it. We write books as many times as we can, as often as we can. We started about 2.5 years ago. We're now up to sisterhood, before sisterhood, number 36. So it shows us we have 36 books that are published that are all part of the sisterhood. So I'm very proud. It's not about women. It's about people like Marjette. It's like Marjette and all the women that have taken part. Well, we're going to tell you something new, and the reason that you're all here today is not only to meet Brenda and George, and I know George, for some reason it's not on the camera. I'll get it when he comes back. But he's here.
I'm
You
Lynn, I'm here.
Lynn,
I'm
we
here,
can't
Lynn.
hear you.
George, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's
I
right.
want to introduce
Hey, how are you, Chippy?
George. Who is, okay, wait, Toby is fixing the sound.
Okay, everything is good now. Go ahead.
Okay, George Hagler is part of Lynn's Kids Network. I have the best team that you could possibly have, and I'm saying it. We hit the streets. The thing that makes George special to me is George doesn't just walk the walk, and to talk the talk. He gets out there and he works for Letitia James, who is no longer there, Giovanni, whatever his name is, and he works for the Public Advocate. I'm proud to say I got him the job. Yay, Lynn! And he's absolutely wonderful. He has done a lot of jobs with women. That's why I wanted him at this meeting because he has no idea what I'm going to talk about. And I want George to be a very integral part of this.
George,
Okay, Tofik,
yeah. George, can you fix the camera? We can see only the
Oh,
back.
yes.
yeah,
Yes.
because you can't see your
Okay,
Sorry.
great. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, George, what we're
Yes.
going to do, I want you to tell them just a few minutes about your background with women and working and all the wonderful things that you do.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Well, my most recent background is I got married to a woman last
Woo-hoo!
Saturday.
Give it up for George. Yay!
George.
Thank you. My my girlfriend and fiance of the last 3 years. So we got married last Saturday, and today is my birthday.
Oh, happy
Wow.
birthday. Okay,
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
A lot of firsts. Thank you.
exactly.
So
Okay, tell them a little bit about what you do, George.
So what I do is youth advocacy, senior advocacy, children, women, men, wherever there is a need. When I met Lynn and she helped me get the job at the public advocate's office, and now I am at the attorney general's office with Tish. We met in the library in Bushwick in Brooklyn, and I was advocating for a young man, an African American young man in his 20s or so, and he actually disappeared on me. And Lynn was sitting there helping, rather, this young lady, this Jewish woman, was sitting in the library, and she was helping me with this young man. And I brought her story to Lynn. At the time, we were meeting at Wall Street at the Black Institute at
I
a
remember
meeting.
that.
Yes, and because of that, Lynn liked the way I advocated for women and young people, and so she helped me get the job at the public advocate's office. So right now, I have a buddy down in Tampa, Florida. We have helped people go from being homeless on the streets to getting apartments. We've helped young people get scholarships, full ride scholarships in college. We've helped them get on college football programs, basketball programs, and we also do literacy to help young people get in college and to get career jobs. And I've been doing this on my own for about half my life actually, and with my friend Irving about 20, 25 years. So I've been doing this work altogether about 30, 35 years, and I'm more than happy to do it. And up until now, we just do it out of the goodness of our heart because we see a need and we try to fulfill it. And it doesn't matter if you're black, white, purple, blue, male, female, young, old, 1 to 100. We help anybody. So that's me. And I'm in Christian ministry. March, if I live to see it, will be 37 years.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's what makes him special. Because when I first met George, I saw that special quality in him.
Thank
Uh,
you.
and he didn't run away from me when I recruited him, and that's a good thing because most people run in the opposite direction. Because I'm going to ask them to do something. Somebody
And George has
laughing.
a
George,
cheerful smile all the time. He has a cheerful
okay.
smile.
What I'm going to
You
mention
say,
now is going to be directly for George, Brenda, Gordon is listening. We have so many people here that we can see or that we can't see. It doesn't really matter. And Kavita and Ajay. We're going to do a project. I was thinking about it. That's why I don't sleep at night. If you get an email from me at 2 in the morning and you shake your head, blame my mentor because he doesn't sleep either. He taught me not. Jenna taught me that sleep is not important. Just do your work. Get your work done first. Okay, so blame Vinud. I got that out of my system. We're going to do a project that's going to affect women and children all around the world. So I want to start. We're all teachers in a way, even if we're not technically in the classroom, we're still teachers. So I was thinking about that last night in between, and I was going to call George last night. I said, no, I'll talk to him today because he's a newlywed. I don't want to bother the ham. I'm still bothering him on his birthday. So what's the difference? In any case, but he's used to my bothering him. So you see George and Fran and our crowd, they're all used to my bothering him. The point is, we're going to do something that's going to help women and children. Our problem is the pandemic, but we can get around any problem that there is because we are Saving Souls Women's Network and Lynn's Kids. There has never been anything that has been too difficult for us to tackle. I believe in us. I believe in every one of you, and I feel honored to be working with you. We are going, and I'll let you a little bit later. I will let you hear my student representative who works with Najette. I will let you speak to Mohammed at the end. But right now, I'm going to talk about the project. The project will be to help, and George, you can include your wife in this project. We can include wives, children, husbands. What I want to do is because of the pandemic, there was such a terrible need for so much more than we already have. And you know that I'm doing my toy drive. That's for children. I think we need to do more to in every country and to try to synchronize it. But a lot of it comes from the heart. So I'm not asking you to go out there and spend your money to get things. I'm asking you to give your heart and soul. And what I'm just going to explain for a few minutes, and I'm going to hear what you have to say. We all have a beautiful soul to the world. So what I'm asking you to do is to go to a person who's sitting there looking terribly. Uh, Talk to that person. Give them compassion. Give them um, give them the love. Uh, if necessary, talk about how has the pandemic affected both, and I'm going to be talking, that's why we have our youth representative here. How has the pandemic affected both women, children, and we're going to include men too. It's not only about women, but it's being done by Saving Souls, not Lynn's Kids, because Saving Souls is all about just that. It's saving souls. And maybe they just need to be heard. I mean, there are people living on the streets. It's just over here we don't have a lot, but you go into the city, it's a terrible thing. So what I would like to do is for all of us. This is not like our hunger video, Muhammad. This is a little bit different. I would like for all of us to video a group of children, women, men, and let them talk a little bit about the pandemic and what it means to them. And then what we're going to do with that, once we all put our videos together, that will be by the help of our producer, Mr. Tawfiq Siddiqui, and Mr. Mohammed. I can't pronounce your last name, but I love you. It's Grandma talking. And he's African. And we're going to splice it all together, and we're going to really, really get it out there on the web. And we're going to collect for these people. It's not going to be like Gordon's magnificent collections. We're not on that big a scale. But what it is going to be is going to help women, children, and men release. They're going to be able to get through it. It's very hard. I mean, I spoke to my girlfriend, Fran, who Georgia knows, and she had a problem because her granddaughter was in a school where there was a COVID case, and she was so nervous. Maybe they just need to get the words out. We're not asking us to do anything. We're asking us to just be compassionate like Georgia, like we all are. Get people to talk about the pandemic. Now, for Kavita, and I don't know where Shirley is today. I just contacted her, but she has technical problems. For Kavita and Shirley, they have an exciting part. Of course, they can't get responses. Kavita and Shirley are our Lynn's Kids pet coordinators. It's not only about women and children. Now, are pets being taken care of during COVID? What are we doing to address the problem of pets? You know, pets have to exist too. So you can't expect them to answer us on a video. Nevertheless, you can talk and Shirley can talk. You can get together with Shirley this week and talk about the pet needs, especially during the time of the pandemic. So what I want us all to do is I want us all to get together. At the end, I have people that I can interview. I never have a problem. They don't want to wait. I have people that can talk to at the church. They ask them how the pandemic is affecting them. And we will fundraise, and I'll tell you how we'll fundraise. Once our web is up and running, and hopefully hopefully to get the web faster so that we can collect money. As the money comes in, we're going to be sending it to every country because we have that donate button on the website. We will send it to the countries that produce videos. This is a joke. There are people out there saying, I'm not trying to get, I can be a little bit overstated when it comes to things, but I care. And I know you all care. You wouldn't be here if you didn't care. So we're all going to do our part. Suki, you can interview the people that you work with. I know George can interview his church. And we can all have our thoughts, because that's what Saving Souls is all about. Whereas Lynn's Kids is about children all over the world. Saving Souls is about women, children, men, pets. Saving Souls is about saving souls. And if it's repetitious, I'm sorry, but that's what we do. Right now, I want to introduce, or before I introduce him, Najette is doing something very, very interesting. Najette, do you want to tell us a little bit about what we're going to do for our project?
Go ahead, Najat. Okay. Najat, I unmuted you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Well,
Susan.
speaking about women's network, it is a wonderful experience for me, especially being a writer. Especially using my passion, which is writing, to raise others' moods, spirits,
Okay.
especially of women, and raising awareness has always been a bliss Allah granted me with. So I'm much thankful for Lynn.
Oh, I'm thankful for you too, sweetheart. Now tell us a little bit about the project that you're going to do with clothing. Najat,
It seems that Najat has a connection problem. Go ahead, Lynn.
okay. So I'll start talking about what she's doing. She's collecting clothing and
Yeah.
she's going to give it to women all over the place. And Sukaina, you did something like that too, right?
Yeah.
Sukaina,
Sukaina, unmute yourself. You're there. Go, sister.
I can't
Yeah.
hear.
Wait.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, mom, can you repeat because the connection was, there was an echo.
Now it's okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Najat, continue.
Continue. Go ahead. Sukaina.
No, Najat first. Najat, tell us a little bit about what you're doing with clothing with children.
Yeah. Najat is disconnected, okay? She will come back.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sukaina.
Sukaina.
So I talk? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
basically, what we do, what we do with clothing, we include everybody when it comes to man, women, and children.
Great.
It's just that we are a group of people. Mainly, we are university students. And when it is winter in Morocco, what we do is that we go from door to door and we ask people for donations or for used or new clothes. And there is an association here in Sally that helps us actually tidy the clothes and pack them and send them. So we're not registered in that association, but when we ask for a hand of help, the association provide us with the help. So for us, we know that winter is so hard here in Morocco, especially in the Atlas mountains.
Yeah.
Lot of people from cold. I mean, some of I still remember that we went there, and a lot of children, they did not have sandals, they didn't have socks, they didn't have just warm clothes. And this, affects us because sometimes we forget that there are some people who don't have basic, things like clothes in winter. So and what I notice is that people are very helpful when you tell them about your cause and you tell them the objectives of what you're doing, they really want to help. So I still remember that some of them, provided a huge sum of money, which was like 5,000 dirham. And we went to the clothes shop and we started getting gloves, socks, everything that we can. And also like the shop owner, when because we bought a huge amount of clothes, he actually reduced the price for the sake of because it's charity work. And this is how we help each other. Now whenever it is winter, and unfortunately we are late for this year, we didn't do anything because of the pandemic, but we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it and how we're going to send clothes, how we're going to go and knock on doors, because a lot of people are scared, especially in the region of Saleh or Balak, because there is a huge number of cases of the corona virus. But we have it on our plans that we're gonna do it either now or in January or February, hopefully.
God bless you. That's beautiful. Okay, right now I'm going to introduce you to our student representative, Mr. Mohammed, who is my grandson. And he laughs, he loves that. And I want you to tell them about a project that what you did for us. We don't have time to watch it, but some of these people were not part of it. What you did for us as far as hunger went. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Hit it.
So, hello everybody. I'm Mohammed Yunus Sharhabil, known as Mohammed Talks on social media. I'm a motivational speaker, and so basically, since I'm too young and everything, I can't go out telling people here donate to the poor. because I really can't do anything. I'm still 12. So I thought, since social media is kind of my specialty, I would raise awareness around social media. And that's one of the things that helps people be aware of, people that are poor. Like, you have this, but other people don't. So basically, I'm a motivational speaker, and motivation is basically what I do. So I use motivation, as you can see right here, and I made that into a way, like a road, to show them that I motivated them to help people that are unmotivated and that are not fortunate enough to be happy with what they have. I mean, any single person that is poor has always got to be humble. And, you know, since this is my specialty, I thought, hey, why not people get motivated to help other people that aren't motivated and that aren't fortunate enough to have the things that they need to live in life.
Thank you, Mohammed. I am so proud of you. So that is our student representative. He also, what he did is he collaborated. He took all videos that we made about hunger, which we don't have time for today, but he took all videos that we sent him and made it into one big video. And he's amazing. I mean, the things that he's doing, he's a very good example for other students. Okay, now I'm going to.
Mohammed, thank you. We can stop sharing. Okay, go ahead, Lynn.
Okay, thank you. Right now, I want to introduce Brenda because I want her to tell us a little bit about herself. You learned all about us. It's your turn to tell us a little bit about yourself. Go ahead, Brenda.
Yes, Brenda. Welcome home.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. And I really love the energy in the group, so I'm looking forward to working with you all. My full name is Brenda Nyakoa Nyongesa. I live in Kenya, Nairobi, but I originally come from a western side of Kenya in a small village in a town called Kakamega. So I essentially grew up in the village, and when I moved to the city, I came for my university education, and after that, I settled here because of work. I did engineering at college, electrical and electronics engineering, but surprisingly, I ended up not practicing it so much. When I joined the workforce after graduation back then in 2015, I was very frustrated because of many challenges, especially being a woman in engineering in an African country. There are so many challenges, and I didn't find the fulfillment that I wanted in my life because, there's that part you see yourself taking, and how are you helping your community? What are the outcomes of this work that you are doing? I couldn't find that in the current organization where I was working. So at some point I even quit my job and started doing freelance work as an engineer, which was also not very productive. And while I was struggling finding myself, I came across a non-profit organization called Global Minimum, which is where I work right now. And they were offering internships. So that even meant taking like a way, way lower pay than I used to get as a design engineer in my previous employment. But because of the goal of this organization and the vision of working with young people to enable them to see themselves as problem solvers in their communities here in Africa. So I was really excited about this organization. I joined as an intern and I've been working here for the past 3.5 years. So what I do is design curriculum and programs to help young people in Kenya who are in high school to build their skills and to get them excited about science and technology. So essentially doing STEM education for young people in Kenya. And we also have a program in Sierra Leone. I was excited to see you also have some networks in Sierra Leone. So what I do is design these workshops and make sure that learners who participate in our programs are building these skills so that they're preparing for the future in work, and also learning, teaching them values in life, because as much as you give you technical skills and all the education that we can give you, if you don't have these values and life skills, it's going to be difficult for you to work with people and build that impact in the communities that we seek. So I'm really excited about the work that you're doing with children and women. And I must say, this meeting is an eye-opener for me because I've been working with young people and I've seen a lot of challenges that they face, and there's a lot of disconnect between, you know, what we're trying to teach them in class and what social challenges they're dealing with at homes. You see like girls struggling with physical abuse, sexual abuse, hunger, poverty, all these things, and yet you expect them to concentrate in class. So I'm just finding myself thinking about how do you help these kids so that when they grow up, they are like, they have a full experience of life, a holistic experience, besides just having some technical skills that they can use to find a job. So I'm really looking forward to working with you on these different projects and seeing how I can build like better network of women here in Kenya, and how can we help young people so as they're going through their education, they're also growing as, you know, full human beings, not just people with educative skills. So I'm really looking forward to interact with each one of you on a personal level and working together.
Welcome to our family.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we've heard from everybody, and I just want to speak to George for a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to, not only with George, but we're going to just do the projects that we're doing, and we're going to try to piece together the videos, everybody, that's for everybody. Interview people, let them get the release out, and let them feel the release. Also, and I'm going to be talking to Gordon about that at a different time, not today. We're going to be teaching courses. I want to get that up. We have licensed teachers, and we are going to be teaching courses through Zoom. A lot of them will be free. Some of them might be charged. The money we get from them will go back into the system to pay for other things to help children. So what we're going to do, I know Vinna will be teaching a course, Kavita and Shirley, certainly through Kayana, and we're going to get George and I and anybody else. We have a lot of people couldn't make it today, but I'm not going to be calling for meetings every Saturday. So our job, what we just learned, is we're going to be helping children too. This is a Lynn's Kids meeting, but at the same time, we are going to be helping women. So I want you to get out there and I want you to interview women, children, and if you can, take some candy with you, like I do, or a few little goodies to give them while you're interviewing them. Or better still, just give them a smile. You can't give them a hug. You can give them one of these. I don't even know how to do that. And Vinud will have no problem because Vinud deals with women all the time. So just get out there. George will do it in his church. I'll do it among my many people that I and in the women's network, etc. And all of you have people that you can. So I'm going to, since I don't want to keep you that long, I'm going to introduce you to somebody who's very special. Two people that are very special to me. I'm going to let one of them speak now. He doesn't know he's speaking, but then everybody who knows me knows that I'm just going to call you anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is a very important person in the, I'm not important. This is an important man in New York, and his name is Gordon Tapper, and he's going to tell us just a few minutes about Africa Wise. This is a good opportunity because you have people here that are working people. These people really get out there and do the thing. Go ahead, Gordon.
Welcome, sir. Let's unmute yourself. Okay, good. Go ahead. Unmute. Yeah, great. Go ahead, brother.
I grew up in an environment where the woman was king and queen. My mother had no idea what the word feminism or feminist was. She was simply the principal of the school, the secretary of the church, the head of the Girl Guides Association, Girl Scouts Association, other community leaders. She was an executive of the ruling party. She had so many different roles that she fulfilled. And I guess this was at a time when women were not involved in many things, or many things that people considered important other than nursing and sewing and stuff like that. And she did all of those things. And my father supported everything she wanted to do. everything. If she wanted to attend a meeting, he would be happy to drive her, park his car, sit in his car from 9 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the evening, just to support what she was doing. I grew up in that environment where women were very special, and not very special because of femininity or because of beauty, but because of what they were able to accomplish. In any event, I will tell you of a couple of things that I were planning to do just this morning. Had a meeting with my group, United African Congress, and Give Them a Hand Foundation. And we've decided that we will have a Christmas party for an orphanage in Sierra Leone.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, we're going to have a Christmas party for one in a community called Bo. And we are looking for another orphanage, maybe in Guinea, that we will support, but we will do that. And we are looking for 2 families in New York with children that we can give gifts to, toys, and who are needy. We may a basket of food and stuff like that. So we've had that discussion this morning, and we will certainly look forward to accomplishing that. And I also want to talk about briefly a woman who I was instrumental in honoring at the United Nations because of her great courage. And her name is Novelyn Williams Mills, an Olympic athlete from Jamaica, a 400-meter runner. And in 2012, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she still went to the Olympics in London. And she didn't tell her colleagues, or she was the captain of the women's team. She didn't want to depress them. She competed and they won a bronze medal. Immediately she flew to have surgery, and she removed the breast. And a few weeks after the doctors told her she had not cleared her margin, she went back, she had a second surgery. And she hadn't cleared her margin. And she went back and she had a double mastectomy. And was, of course, depressed. But as an athlete who was trained to be fit, she had no other recourse but to do what she was capable of doing, which was go back onto the track, and she kept training. Well, after that, she went to the Commonwealth Games where she won a gold medal. Wow. Then she went to the Olympics in Brazil where she won a silver medal in the 400 meter. Mm-hmm. And the courage that she demonstrated as a role model to everyone, not just to women and girls, but certainly to women and girls, that you can overcome hardships, you can overcome difficulties with self-belief, and of course, you need the support of your community. You need the support of somebody next to you. And in her case, she had her husband who held her hand throughout the entire process. And she now goes around and she speaks to she's retired, and she speaks as a motivational speaker in high schools to young girls and women. And I just thought I would tell you the story. It was a very big event we had at the United Nations with Morocco was a supporter, Jamaica was a supporter. We had the International Olympic Committee present. We had the Amateur Athletic Association. We had cancer societies present, etc. And it was a glorious event. And she was very moved by it. Enough of that. So I will tell you, we've held 9 webinars on the coronavirus in Africa from different.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
We started with stopping the spread and the panic, and that was because we started these webinars before it took hold of the world and of Africa. And then we had one on stopping racism, xenophobia, human rights violation when China began throwing out Africans from the country and beating and mistreating them. We followed up with a webinar on the economic impact of COVID. We had another one on the economic impact on food security. We had the gender disparities and the impact on women and girls of COVID. And we had one on technology and innovations in healthcare. And we also had one on agriculture, not agriculture, agripreneurship, which is agriculture from a different perspective as an entrepreneurial activity, something that differs from the single man walking with his fork and his hoe into the field, but something that young people could look at as a profession, as something that was noble and that they were contributing to society. I have to tell my friend Brenda that one of the most inspirational part of this was a young man, a young Maasai in the arid region of the Rift Valley, who started a project. Was recommended to him by the United Nations office in Nairobi, Habitat. And the young man, working with the Maasai people who move from place to place, they're not in one, but he was able to motivate them to begin agriculture, farming, not just move with their cows. And he was able to motivate them to get very serious about planting crops. And he has been very successful in doing that. They've introduced drip irrigation into the area. I recommended him to the European Union, who was looking for organizations in Africa to support, and they've begun to support his cause. But it is something that, you know, young people are innovative. Young people are finding ways to do things, and they need to be encouraged. And I'm sorry to be taking so much time, but the project that Lynn asked me to speak about is Africa Rise, Healthy and Stronger. Following the webinars, and we realized that the problem is the very weak medical healthcare infrastructure in Africa, very weak. And so we've developed a program where we would be supporting the remote, rural, underserved communities in Africa. We are hosting a virtual concert, a benefit concert, with our broadcast partner, who is Viacom. And we had a meeting with Viacom yesterday, where they told us exactly how they will be promoting the event. And they will be having a pre-media launch on the 11th of January. And the event we're talking about is on the 16th of January. What we are planning to do is raise funds to be able to purchase mobile clinics, so that people who have to walk 2.5, 3 hours to a medical center, or who have to get on a bus and take them hours to get there, or who are too sick to travel, or who say, I put it off, because the distance and the time is just so inconvenient. We want to take the clinic to the community. The idea is that one mobile clinic would be attached to a hospital. On Monday, they go to village A, on Tuesday to village B, on Wednesday, village C, etc., and serve the people. And also that would be accompanied by X-ray and other equipment, telemedicine equipment that they can communicate back and forth and look at X-rays and so on and get diagnosis from the head office. So that is what we have planned, and it will take place on the 16th. And it's a fundraising activity. Anyone who has any ideas and who can support it, we welcome you. I've taken up a lot of your time.
Okay, so no, wonderful. I
Uh,
Saving Souls Witness Network will gladly partner in any way that we can to help. Also, and
Thank
I
you.
expect everybody that's sitting here to be a part of this because you're a part of me, so you're a part of me. We're all here to help in any way we can. Now I'm going to turn the last speaking because I don't want to take your whole Saturday to my rock, the most important person in my life, my husband, Tawfiq Siddiqui. And the only thing I want Tawfiq to talk about is courses, the web, the courses. Um, I'll be talking about the courses when we meet at a different time. But he's going to talk to you a little bit about the web, not as long as you did the last time, honey, but about the web and the capacity for teaching courses. Go ahead.
yeah. First thing first, I'm just talking to Mr. Our Sir Gordon. Please send the link to my email for Raise Africa so I can share with all brothers and sisters just here so can they do their sharing as well. Okay, so jump to my email. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
So the website, the website is already under construction. I shared it with some of participants present here. So I will give a a short summary of especially concerning
Courses.
yeah, donation courses and how to be partnership with LT kids through this website. Okay. Concerning courses, yeah. As most of people are attending these Zoom meetings, some are teachers, some are conferences. I guess Vinod and Sir Gordon are conferences. I want to mention all of them, but there were conferences, there were teachers, there were students, yes, there were kids. Muhammad is with here, and I'm so proud of this kid. Not only me, but everyone who meets this prodigy, yeah, prodigy kid. And you know what? I will be short, then Lynn will read the list, and I will come back to you, Muhammad. Okay? So, the process, I will give you a short, simple example of how do you benefit from our website, and I will share everything to sell. I don't mean business, to sell your writings through websites. You know that publishing in the internet has many tools or many companies now with the huge platform for internet. The most known now as much is Amazon, Amazon Books. Anyway, Amazon, as many maybe don't know, is allowing you to publish, especially in US and Canada and UK and anyway, some European and American countries to publish any kind of writing, any kind of thing through their KDP Kindle publishing. What this kind of publishing you should have just write a PDF, Word, or any other kind of files, text and data, and you can uh, publish it on Amazon. They have a special IE, a special intelligence IE, artificial intelligence, okay, and they put your book, they convert it to Kindle, the Kindle application. It's easy to read an ebook, and once they are, and they can do that in minutes. Look at the technology. And once it's ready, they sell it. You don't have to do anything. Just your file, put it on Amazon, they market it and they sell it. But the, the point is that they get benefit from it. Of course, when you sell, when they sell, you don't sell anything. In fact, when they sell this book, they got certain percentage. I don't wanna mention number, and the rewriter gets a percentage. But uh, there were a lot of things that only Amazon benefits for this earning. They give you just a little bit of
That's why we're
what
not going to use Amazon for the book I was telling you about, Mohammed.
costs. Anyway, my point is that in spite of publishing on Amazon, and for the record, many countries are not allowed to publish on Amazon because only US and some, I guess, UK, Germany, you should have a taxes profile. So the point is that not all people around the world, especially Africa, India, and our poor countries, can do that at all. But through this site of ours, I thought of one thing that I can get any text, file, a video, any kind you can download and offer to others.
Okay, thank you.
Offer for free or offer to get paid. You make a price. And once I get that file from Bible, from any one of us here, from Gordon, from I can convert it to a simple ebook. So it can be over to Kindle. Remember Kindle? Amazon format of book, and I put it. I have all the settings available for our website. I can convert it, and there were some steps, and boom, the book is there on the
Okay,
website
great. Thank you, Tawfiq.
with everything, and you can click and get paid automatically in click of second. Okay, and you get paid. You sell the book on the website without needing Amazon or any other company. So the point
It's
is
a
that,
great idea.
yeah, sure.
Oh, it is. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Guess what?
I have some other thoughts that I'm going to talk to you about. But that's
Because I had problem, yes, with publishing on Amazon. I'm almost getting, yeah.
Najat,
Yeah,
remember when we
that's
want to
much
publish your
further
first book?
because of what happened to you, Najat. Okay,
yeah,
go.
that's it.
Okay. Anyway, I know I talked too much. I'm sorry. These earnings that will go to a PayPal account, credit account,
We will take
credit
money.
card, any kind, the money you we get from selling those ebooks goes straight to an account, which is for the moment set our accounts, our bank accounts, and then we can retire. So
Okay,
the point
and
is that
go to different countries.
we will use, yes, sweetie. Can I finish?
I thought you were finished.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Lynn. This money can be used to finance or to help our projects, anyone in Africa, in US. This money won't be a pragmatic money. Okay, we don't get any benefit from it. We gather it, and we will discuss this with all members, how to put this money in the service of projects like Vinutse, like Kavita is planning to, like
Yeah, women in Kenya now.
this is it. This is it. The last thing about the website is that uh, plus these earnings, I said earnings, non-profit earnings, we can teach. Oh, I know that many of us, I speak about teachers, English, Arabic, any language, we can.
Now, I'm going to explain the course.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm not finished yet, Tawfiq. But Tawfiq developed a brilliant website, which I think what he should do now while I'm talking about the courses is to type in the website, the link, so everybody can see it on their
Yeah,
own.
sure.
We're not going to take time now.
Sure, yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm doing it. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so developed a brilliant website. I'm going to talk a little bit about the course. It's only about 2 more minutes. And this is why I wanted George here too, because we are available to teach courses. Most of us are teachers. So we're going to have courses like mind, body, spirit, and healing. And it doesn't matter what course. Of course, there's going to be teaching reading and all that other stuff, and Arabic and of course, I will be doing a special course with my mentor, who I haven't even told him, but he can't say no to me because he knows that I'm relentless. We're going to be teaching a course on special service learning. I'm going to call the course Outreaching, reach to outreach. We're going to teach kids how to give back. And not all the courses. I wanted to explain something because I'm not sure that you're clear on it. Now, just to explain it, this isn't going to be up and running till like January, February. But we're going to charge for certain courses. And if you buy one course, you get another course for free. And the whole point is that we're going to take any money we get. Of course, the instructors will get money from the courses, just like they should get a certain percentage. But this is the but. A lot of that money will go, any money that is left will go to charity, to women's projects, men's projects, Kenya, Morocco. We have Bangladesh, she couldn't be here today. Sierra Leone, we have Elisine Kamara. We have Mohammed here in Algeria, Najet. We have pet projects that we can, Miss Kavita can help us with in Trinidad and Tobago. And whatever country that we're dealing with, we can take that money. I love to say funnel because it's like money laundering. I don't know what gives me like an FBI kind of thing. I always wanted to be a detective. We can take that money and give it to not only the instructors, but take whatever is left. Because even I don't get a penny from books. I'll tell you. Every book I write, the money goes to whatever the charity was that the book was written. I haven't seen a penny for a book, and I don't know how many years. The point is that it's to give our whole concern. If you're not that kind of person, you don't belong here, and I love you all, but I know all of you that are here belong here because you're not like that. We are not here to take; we are here to give. But we do deserve, if we're planning curriculum, and I'm going to be speaking to Brenda about that at a separate meeting. If we're going to plan curriculum, we do deserve to get paid for it, and that's just fine. But we will not get paid whatever we charge for the course. There'll be money for the instructor, and there will be money to give back to society in some way. And you know what I used to say, and I think Gordon will acknowledge this. I used to say, "Oh, let's give it to Africa. Oh, let's give it to this place. Oh, let's give it to that place." And yes, they deserve it because we have people here from Africa. They're going to take care of their own country because we're working through it and we're going to get them the money to help and everything else. But we need to take care of New York. I am walking through the streets and I am sick over what I'm seeing, Gordon. I really and George, it makes me sick to see what I see. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time, whatever I get, funneling back to the New York project because it isn't working. I'm going to be teaching 3 courses a day, 3 courses a week voluntarily, starting in January for New York Cares. I don't get a penny for that, but that's good because the children have nothing to do after school. So I'm going to be teaching. I wrote the curriculum. They accepted it. I'm going to be teaching virtually 3 days a week. Then, if that wasn't enough, nurses and doctors against COVID, another voluntary thing. So if I can spend all that time volunteering, so can everybody else. And it's not a lecture or a mandate. I know most of you, if I invited you here, you're here because you deserve to be here. And I don't have to say anything else.
Okay. If you finish, I want just I'm talking to our new member, Brenda Nyako. Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to our
Pleasure to have
membership.
you.
And Lynn told me a lot of your amazing activities.
Yeah, I checked you out.
My question is this, please. I wanna do. I know you do a lot of activities. You do a lot of helping for kids. You are engineer. You are into that. Do you have any conferences or meetings or whatever you can have in video format? Okay, MP4 or
Show
YouTube.
them on the web.
So
Yeah.
I guess I'm asking, so we can put it on our website in the coming, next data there. I'm just asking. Tell me more about what you are doing exactly. Thank you.
Sorry, Tofik, I got a lot of echo. I had
Yeah,
part of the
sure.
question. Do I have?
Yeah, sure. Can
I
you
didn't get.
send us or give a more um, information about your work activity?
Definitely, yes, definitely.
Let's
I will.
show off. You're all great. Let's show off what you're doing.
Okay.
Yes, I'll definitely send to your emails.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Part of the work of doing some pictures and probably some videos and my bio also. Yeah.
And
Thank
then
you so much.
also, Brenda, if you have other people who want to join, our women, bring them on in every country. Kiki in Morocco, Najed in Algeria, Vita, where you are. Bring them on. It doesn't only have to be women, men. And you know what, Vinod? We would like, if possible, to meet some of these women from Sangro. The next meeting won't be for another week or two, because I want to give you a break. But we would like to meet some of these women and hear what this has done for them. I think that the best way to inspire ourselves is by listening to others. Nobody is more inspirational than Vinod Anka. His work is amazing. So if we could meet some of those women, it would be a great idea. And I'm also going to get Vinod, Sukaina. Now, unfortunately, Brenda, I'm going to make you work hard because I see a capability. Brenda, I'm going to ask them and a few others who might not be here to, and again, of course, to work on curriculum with me for every course. I have some courses that we wrote years ago, and all of us are capable of teaching them.
Yeah.
So we just have to find two, and Vinod will be on that committee too for curriculum and learning, because we want to make sure, look, it might work in New York, but I want to make sure that the curriculum, whatever curriculum we have, that's why I'm asking you all to work, a lot of people to work with us. We want to make sure that the curriculum that we have, you might change it because Kenya is not New York. You have different needs than we have. And the same thing in Morocco, and the same thing in Trinidad, and all these other countries. We have to be able to tailor each course to make it enjoyable. And there will always be courses on hunger that I will not charge a penny for, because we don't have to get paid for teaching hunger, about global hunger. We have to, that's God's work, and we have to work for God. I won't take a penny for any courses that I give back things. We will do that out of the goodness of our hearts with poverty and hunger. Also, I'm very excited with the toy drive because we're getting lots of toys. Fran has been out there where she lives and she has lots of toys and books that we're going to donate to NYU Langone Hospital. That's in between everything else we're doing. And for the children's ward in NYU. So we're going to be giving them lots of stuff. Before Christmas, I have my doctor December 22nd, and we'll be bringing all kinds of stuff to him, and he will donate it to the wing of NYU, the children's wing. So I feel kind of good about that. So I want to tell you all, I thank you all for everything that you've done, and I'm very proud to have you all be part of Lynn's Kids, and I will be sending you all kinds of emails in between when we're going to meet about courses and when we're going to do this, that, or the other thing. So thank you for coming.
Lynn? Yes.
I think we've kept them enough.
Okay, Lynn.
Go ahead.
Mohammed asked to talk. Go, Mohammed. Say, close this meeting. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Close the meeting.
Yes,
All right,
Mohammed.
so,
Yes. Yeah.
I just want to say that I really loved this meeting. It was very, very filled. It was like filled with the motivational energy and the energy of knowledge and acknowledging and learning from each other. I loved this meeting. It was such an amazing meeting. And to close it off, why not one more final picture to look at?
Yeah, great. Go, Mohammed.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, so I love this meeting so
Yes.
much.
Share it.
Yeah, this is a group that gives out motivational energy, and I can feel it really and virtually. So I can feel the energy coming at me in a real way and in a virtual way. This is why Lynn's Kids is so great. They get bad energy and they give out the good energy, and that's success.
Wow.
So,
Wonderful.
Love
Wonderful.
You know what?
Woohoo!
You know what?
Completed it now.
You know what, Mohammed?
You're a star.
You are the sparkle that lights this flame on our hearts and our energy. Hit it.
He is.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mohammed. Yeah.
Go ahead.
and I love you guys so much. I hope that we can keep in touch. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Ladies,
Thank you, Mohammed. Go ahead, William.
Sophie,
Thank you, Em.
Sure. Go ahead.
ladies that are here, we have our Monday Women's Studies course. And I'm hoping it'll be here. If it's not, it'll have to be there. Whatever. I'm always ready. Anyway, I always have a story to tell. And George, I know that you're working so you can't attend it, but you and I are going to be talking about another opportunity on our own.
Okay.
Lane, I'm not stopping you. Lane, I'm not stopping you. I'm just the moderator of this. Everyone spoke, yes, but as the rule in our Zoom meeting, please, everyone here can say 2 words before we close this meeting. You
Okay.
can start. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to
Everyone.
tell you that we are, the thing I love the most about us is that we are a family. We're not just people coming from different countries and we're here to help our country. No, we're a family. When one of us hurts, everybody hurts. And that's what makes this so special. Okay, Brenda, since today was your first time, tell us
Go.
a short one. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed the meeting. Like Mohammed have said, there's a lot of energy and a lot of knowledge to share. So I'm really looking forward to giving my input and also learning from you all, because I've seen like you guys are working on many things that I've been struggling with. So it will really be great to learn from you as we also work together. So thank you so much.
Any help you need, just
Thank
feel
you.
free to jump in. Okay, next, Vinod.
Go ahead. TV Noon.
Yeah, I'll be attending regularly. Lynn and Sitofi, please give the schedule in advance as you give always. I'm really honored to be here with everybody from all over my planet, which is also your planet. And today I'm really thrilled that Mohammed is there with us. I work with children like this, and I completely trust that these children are going to save the world. And it is up to us to be mentors to them. We have our experience. We will do our best to create those frameworks within which these children can grow.
Yeah.
God bless you, Mohammed, and really your presence here inspires me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what,
Thank you.
Muhammad, I know what Vinod, Mr. Vinod, Sir
Yeah.
Vinod, is the first mentor of this lady sitting here with you, Mylene.
Right. That's right.
Vinod
Okay.
was mentoring her, I
Yes,
guess,
we're
10 years ago.
because I'm always working.
Yes. Anyway,
Okay,
go ahead.
next we will have George. Just say 1 or 2 sentences, George, about how the meeting
Okay,
is.
George.
I want to thank you both for inviting me out, and nice meeting everyone. And I'm looking forward to making this a better planet, a better world, to heal the world, heal the children and the people of the world. God bless you. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gordon, I want to include George in some of the virtual meetings we have.
Yeah.
Because George is part of New York too. That's all you.
Sure.
So we'll include him with the African Congress. He has a lot to contribute.
I will
Go,
certainly.
sir.
Gordon, talk about the meeting. Give us a sentence or two about how you felt about the meeting.
Well, I think this is a fantastic forum that you, Lynn, and Tafi have put together. It, it it's a forum where we can discuss so many different things about helping the people of the world, lifting people up, and that is, I think, that is what we are charged with. That is our mission. I'm so delighted to see young Mohammed speaking so eloquently and passionately about helping and kids and motivating, inspiring kids. And actually, he inspires me as well.
He just started, sir. He
But
just
everyone.
It's amazing.
Right. So I'm looking forward to more of these discussions.
Okay, great. Okay, now Kavita.
Right. That's it.
Okay, I will unmute her. That's fine.
Kavita,
Okay.
you have to unmute.
Yeah, unmute. No. Go ahead.
Kavita.
Go ahead, Kavita. You're on stage.
Kavita.
Right. Thank you. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Right. So just want to thank Tofi and Lynn for having me and inviting me to be part of this organization. It's really amazing. I've never been part of anything this big. And while we're all helping our own countries and own cities, we're helping each other and supporting each other through everything. And I just really leave these meetings inspired and motivated to do more, because I am in a profession where you sometimes just want to give up on humanity. I'm telling you, it's really bad. And I feel inspired to do more to help my fellow man as well as my patients. So thank you for that. Because of you also, thank you.
Kavita is with a doctor, a veterinarian for pets. So in our programs, we have also taken care of pets
Yes.
with this lovely lady. Okay. Yes,
And
Lynn.
Yes.
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 Let's not
Yeah.
forget that Mr. Wright took care of pets too. In a couple of the books, he talked about
Right.
pets. So now we have Kavita as our pet expert, and we have Shirley, who for some reason couldn't be here, also as a pet expert. Because Shirley takes some like animal. You can't even imagine.
Yes.
Okay, so Kane, how did this meeting make you feel?
Well, what I want to say is that, we're a beautiful family with beautiful minds,
That's
and
it.
let's hope that, it continues, and brings, people together.
And
Thank
that's
you.
why they're here, because when I can't do this anymore, so Kane, it's going to fall in your lap, Asam's lap, and Tom's lap. So get yourself together and get ready to work.
That's it.
My children get it first, and then my kids. Okay, Najette, how did this meeting make you feel?
Okay. Thank you everyone for this another wonderful meeting. Just going back to my projects because I had a noise before. In brief, I'm doing two projects, focusing on two projects, collecting clothes and giving free courses for the needy. I'm starting with that now.
I love it.
That's it. Thank you.
So proud of you, Najette. Okay, so now I'm gonna, even though he already told us a little bit, let's tell us what you thought of the meeting, Mr. Tofi.
Um, before saying, I want to only ask prayers from everyone for the world and for Taufi himself. As you know, I'm going through some tests, scans, and I may hold maybe cancer. We are not uh, confirmed yet, but I hope that today we have the abdomen screening. Monday I will have a lung scanner screening. So asking for prayers. Thank you.
All the
We're
best
gonna
is yet
pray
to
for
come.
you, Tofi.
Tawfiq.
Thank you so much.
Allah
We're
bless
here.
you.
All the best is
Talk,
coming.
whatever.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Lynn?
I want to thank everybody for taking time during this Saturday. I'm not going to bother you for at least 2 weeks, except for Kavita and Najee and my and
Behind the
Brent.
camera.
I'll be sending you all kinds of news about Monday women's studies, and that to me is the greatest thing that we do. Women's studies courses are the best of all, and we do that. And like I said, we do that from the goodness of our hearts,
Yeah.
and we share our stories because by releasing you're increasing and you're helping the rest of the world to know that other women have problems. And that's what we're all about. Whether it be Lynn's kids or saving souls, it's all a matter of making the world a better place through release and through caring. It's not about what we get, it's about what we give. And that is, and I couldn't do anything without Tawfiq because when it comes to the computer, I'm not that great.
I'm learning.
I mean, thank God he's here for that. Okay, so thanks everybody for coming. We love you all, and we'll be ladies. I will see you on Monday's women's studies. And um, all I can say is you really, really rock my world, and the fact that you care enough to give up time during Saturday. I'll be speaking to you by Monday. And
Okay.
everybody else will hear from me because you know you can't avoid me. I know where you all live. Let's just face
By
that.
the way, by the way,
But I know that it's all going to be good with every kind of thing that you do because you're just an amazing bunch of people, and I'm honored to work with you.
I shared with everyone the website in the chat platform. You can check it. And love you all.
Okay, we love you. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Take
Bye,
care.
everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Tofi.